sleep beside loaded ones, boots still muddy by the bed. Back then tomorrow always sounded like another thing to burn instead. Four of us once split the darkness like thieves dividing stolen gold. Now every tavern keeps our legends far louder than the truth they hold. The first retired with shaking laughter, one vanished chasing softer days. Then Serivax laid down his armor without demanding songs or praise. He told me magic has a hunger, one day yours will last for more. I mocked him then across the campfire. I understand that warning now, because the flames obey me slower lately, not weaker, older, like they remember every crypt I opened, every mercenary shoulder I failed to save in time. Craig says I think too much, maybe he's right. He still wakes each dawn like battle's a festival, like scars are merely proof of appetite. I envy him. The final job arrived midwinter, of course it did, they always do. Something ancient under frozen ruins, wearing the dead god's point of view. Craig grinned the moment that he read it. I felt tired before we began, not afraid. I buried fear somewhere years ago beside a caravan. We descended through cathedral lights, through bells that rang without a hand. Every spell I cast that morning felt like writing in collapsing sand. Craig held the front exactly as expected, all avalanche and iron breath. Meanwhile I negotiated privately with exhaustion, memory, death. And when the creature finally shattered, ash folding inward through blue flame, Craig laughed like old times had returned, but they hadn't. Silence afterward is crueler than any monster I have known. You hear the miles inside yourself, you hear how long you've been alone. Outside snow drifted through the sunrise, beautiful in an irritating way. Craig started talking about new contracts before the blood had dried away. That's when I knew, not suddenly. Truth rarely arrives like lightning, it arrives like winter entering floorboards, quiet, patient, deciding. I removed my spellweaver gloves, the air touched skin gone pale with years. Funny, after all the horror survived, retirement was what drew tears. Craig stared at me like broken stone, like mountains learning how to kneel. You too was all he managed, gods, that almost made me stay. But Serivax waits beside the coast now, in that little house beyond the tide. He writes me letters about fishing terribly and sleeping through the night. I want that, I want mornings that ask nothing of me. No curses, no maps, no screaming steel. I wanna hold a cup of tea without calculating who might kill. Still leaving Craig behind cuts deepest. He was always the wall we hid behind, the last roaring piece of the old company. Too stubborn to outgrow the grind. He clasped my arm before I left, couldn't quite look me in the eye. Guess that makes me the last one. Neither of us asked why. So now I walk the northern road without urgency for the first time. No bounty pinned inside my pocket, no countdown hidden in my mind. Just sea wind, just distance, just the strange relief of setting down a name built entirely for resistance. If someday cracked finally arrives, old and furious at the shore, Cerevax will laugh, I'll pour the drinks, and none of us will save the world anymore. Da 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 dum dum, da 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 dum.